this is
Sydney.
And we're gonna make some peppers for you. This is an appetizer. They're peppers cooked with melted Asiago cheese in garlic. Now you can use many different peppers for this. I prefer to use hot banana peppers. However, I live in South Carolina, and due to Corona, I can't get my hands on any banana peppers, so we're gonna use green peppers instead.
No propaganda in this video.
Now the most important thing, anytime you're making Italian food, is you never wear white. So now we have our dark colored shirts on, very important, especially if you're making sauce. Now the second most important thing you do before you make Italian food is you gotta put on some Frank Sinatra. Now if you don't have any Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett will do. Okay, so now that we have our dark shirts on, we have Frank Sinatra playing. Now these are the important things you need. You need a cutting board, peppers, Asiago cheese. You need lots of garlic. Anytime you make Italian food, you need lots of garlic. You need a good knife, olive oil, tongs, and you need a nice deep pot with a lid. And this is very important, which I'll show you in a minute. Now this is a great vegetarian dish because it's just peppers, your vegetable, and some cheese. And I don't know, what do they call people that don't eat any animal products? Vegan. So it's not a good vegan dish because there's cheese. But if you're a vegetarian or not eating meat, you can eat this as a main dish. I do. Now it's important to eat this with good Italian bread or maybe French bread, because you get to dip up the olive oil, and if you make hot peppers, you need something to offset that, right? Now, I live in South Carolina, so I can't get my hands on any good Italian bread to show you. But if you're up north, you should have no problem finding that. So Sydney is going to cut up the peppers, and you cut them long ways. You want to leave room to put the cheese over top of them.
So like that?
Yeah, you can cut them a little more narrow.
Yeah, how do you?
Like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, edit that out.
Cut that part off. Cut them nice and long. That way you lay the Asiago cheese on top.
Why did I forget what narrow meant?
That's right. Okay, so we have the peppers cut up, and we have some garlic cut up, and then we're gonna cut the Asiago cheese, so you're gonna cut it long ways. You wanna make long strips. And these we will lay over the peppers, and that's how they melt real nice. Now, you wanna load this up with olive oil. You really can't put too much. Sophia Loren claims the secret to her beautiful skin all these years has been bathing in olive oil and eating lots of pasta. Now you want to get this heated up, so you want to put it on medium to probably a 6. You want to heat this up to. And you want to let that olive oil get nice and hot before you put the peppers in. Look what Sydney does to my cat. She made him a scarf.
He likes it.
Now after you get your oil nice and hot, and you put your peppers in there, and you get those, you have to soften them. Now this part is like, it's like courting a woman. You got to pay extra close, constant attention. So, what you want to do is you want to cook them open, and then you want to cook them covered, and then a little open again, and then a little covered. Now the secret is, that gets some of the moisture out, but also, you want to get them nice and soft before you put the Asiago cheese on, because once you put the cheese on, then you just have to let it go. The other important thing with this dish is you have to get these nice and soft before you put the garlic. Now the other thing that's very important, and I learned this from my grandmother, is you got to throw your dish towel over your shoulder like this. That way it's always handy. I think she called it a mapin. So now it's time to put the cheese on. Sydney, layer that cheese over here. You just lay it across the peppers. Make sure they're all covered. Now for me, can't be cheesy enough. And if you break pieces off, that's the best part, then you just eat it. You eat it while you're cooking.
Don't burn yourself.
Let a couple more over there. Yeah, why not use it all?
Yeah.
Now, that's the last time you can really touch it. Now what you do is you cover it, and you let that cheese melt. And what I like to do at the end is I turn off the heat and I let it sit there for a little while, and you get those nice brown cheese, you know, a little bit burned in some areas. And that's the part that I love.
You ready?
Looking good. Okay, Sydney, lift the lid. Let's see what it's looking like.
All right.
Oh, yeah. And that's the end result.
Pair this with a good fancy Chianti and you are good to go. Bon appetit!